Hello drama lovers, welcome back to my channel. Breaking news. On December 6th, the iQIYI Gala was supposed to be just another glamorous night. But in the final seconds of a song, one unexpected move shattered the internet. A hug. On stage. In front of everyone. And suddenly, Zeng and Bai Lu were no longer just co-stars, they were the moment everyone couldn't stop replaying. The lights dimmed. The crowd held its breath. Zeng stepped forward, calm but focused, while Bai Lu stood beside him, elegant, radiant, and visibly emotional. From the very first note of The Only One, something felt different. This wasn't just a performance. This felt personal. Their voices blended like they had done this 1,000 times before, not on stage, but in quiet moments no camera was meant to capture. Joseph's gaze lingered just a second longer than necessary. Bai Lu smiled, not to the audience, but to him. Fans noticed instantly. Social media would later explode with comments like, "That's not acting, that's muscle memory." As the song reached its emotional peak, the air inside the venue felt heavy. Every lyric carried weight. Every pause felt intentional. This was chemistry you couldn't choreograph, the kind born from shared scenes, late-night scripts, and emotions that don't disappear once filming wraps. And then, the final note faded. That's when everything changed. Without hesitation, Joseph turned toward Bai Lu and pulled her into a tight embrace. No dramatic pause. No playful hesitation. Just instinct. Bai Lu froze for half a heartbeat, then melted into it. The audience gasped. Some screamed. Others went completely silent, as if afraid to interrupt something real. The hug wasn't long, but it didn't need to be. Because in that moment, the line between drama and reality completely disappeared. Their faces were inches apart. Their eye contact was unguarded. And their smiles weren't meant for the crowd. And just like that, the performance ended, but the conversation had only just begun. And as the applause thundered through the hall, fans around the world were already asking the same question. Fans weren't just reacting, they were dissecting every frame. The way Joseph's hand rested on Bai Lu's back. The way she tilted her head slightly, unconsciously. The soft laugh she tried to hide when they pulled apart. None of it looked rehearsed. Comments poured in by the thousands. That's not how you hug a colleague. You can't fake that kind of comfort. They forgot they were on stage. Even casual viewers, people who didn't follow either of them closely, felt it. Because emotional truth doesn't need context. You either feel it, or you don't. And this, everyone felt it. What made the moment even more explosive was timing. Zeng and Bai Lu have long been praised for their on-screen chemistry in past projects. Fans had shipped them quietly, respectfully, never expecting anything beyond the screen, but this felt like a door cracking open. Entertainment media rushed to label it a fan service moment. But fans pushed back hard. Because fan service has cues. Fan service has winks to the camera. This had neither. Instead, it had surprise. It had vulnerability. It had that split-second panic in Bai Lu's eyes, not fear, but awareness. The realization of, oh, everyone saw that. And perhaps the most telling detail, neither of them addressed it immediately. No posts. No clarifications. No playful denial. Just silence. And silence, in celebrity culture, speaks louder than any statement. Which leads us to the most important question of all. In the world of K-drama and C-drama, chemistry is currency. Actors are trained to create intimacy on command. But what happened on that stage? Didn't he follow the rules? Professionals don't break character after the song ends. Professionals don't forget the audience exists. Yet Joseph did. And Bai Lu let him. Industry insiders began weighing in subtly, not with confirmations, but with knowing phrases like, "They're very comfortable with each other," and that kind of connection takes time. Time, not scripts. Fans started revisiting old interviews. Old behind-the-scenes clips. Moments that once seemed harmless now felt loaded. Shared laughter that lasted too long. Inside jokes no one else understood. Glances exchanged when they thought cameras were off. A title fans now refuse to believe was coincidence. Because when you sing lyrics about devotion, longing, and irreplaceable presence and then pull your partner into an embrace, you invite interpretation. And Joseph Zeng knew that. So did Bai Lu. But maybe that's exactly why it happened. Maybe the emotions built up quietly over years finally spilled over in one unguarded second. Maybe the stage felt safe. Or maybe they simply chose honesty, even if only for a moment. Whatever the truth is, one thing is undeniable. That hug changed how people see them. No longer just co-stars. No longer just names on a cast list. But two humans who, for one heartbeat, forgot the rules. And that's why fans can't let go. In an industry built on perfection, control, and carefully curated images, moments like this are rare. Raw. Dangerous. Beautiful. Joseph Zeng and Bai Lu didn't confirm anything that night. They didn't need to. Because sometimes, the most powerful stories aren't told through press releases, they're felt through silence, through touch, through a look that lingers just a little too long. Whether this was love, unfinished emotion, or simply a connection too strong to hide, it reminded fans why they fell in love with storytelling in the first place. Because behind every role is a real heart. And on December 6th, the world saw two hearts beat just a little closer than they were supposed to. If that moment made your heart race even for a second, you're not alone. Tell us honestly, do you think that hug was accidental or inevitable? Drop your thoughts in the comments, not as rumors, but as feelings. And if you believe moments like this are why we still care so deeply about drama, stars, and the stories behind them, stay with us.